because you got like people like No Jumper, but
you
like,
know,
there's
I'm
always
glad
some
you brought up No Jumper. That shit is dying. Have you been watching it,
bro?
lately?
Remember we was on it heavy. Like I was watching that shit. Every day we would talk about, hey, at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it was really holding that shit. Like that's what kind of provoked me into watching everything else. Like I've always known the Adam 22, but like diving into all the other shit was for at the end of the day. I watch the Tuesday show. I watch even watch Disconnected. I always say it like that, and I feel bad because it's like, you know, I fucked with Ear, you know. But y'all do know, I mean, that is everybody's least favorite, I would say. But I still fuck with it. Because
it's the newest.
Like,
I don't know.
And not that everybody don't fuck with it.
It's not the least favorite.
It ain't got as many
it's the People's
views.
Champ nowadays. I don't think.
Oh yeah, that one I don't even know. Like,
at the end of the day, it
I
don't
always
get
see
as
the
much.
thumbnail from that. I'm like, who is this random ass thing? I said, oh wait, this is No Jumper.
It don't get as much as at the end of the day.
I would come on that bitch.
But it get views. It don't. The worst show view wise was the sports show, and then the
sports clips.
Monday show. All right, it's a lot to unpack with that whole
No
Jumper shit.
So what's going on? Yeah.
All right, so you know. We did a video a couple months ago about the No Jumper shit. You probably didn't see it, but
it's cool. Go back and watch it. If you can't find it, watch all of them until you get the boost them views up. Man, we a little bit over halfway to monetization.
We almost there, y'all. Yeah. Let's make it happen. It was so we went through the whole Reddit of like all the shit that people were talking about and all that. So we came to the conclusion that the Reddit is definitely like this is the Achilles heel. Like this shit gonna kill him because you get to see every fan's opinion. They're looking at shit and all the people who normally was in the comment section that you would probably never see their comment or shit like that, then now they can make their comment, have a conversation about it with people who think like them or everybody people who don't think like them. So now it's, you know what I'm saying? Everything is just lit throughout the whole shit, the whole Reddit. So now all the small shit, when they're not talking about episodes, what they got to do? Just look up our people we like, the hosts. So they look up the host. They find out the whole scandal with 80's brother Kiki. You don't got to go back into that. Watch the video. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see more about that. So Kiki been off the show for a minute. Some speculation is that because he's an ex-felon, he can't conceal carry to be security for Adam, and that end up just fucking up their relationship. Some say that Kiki couldn't get in somewhere because of the shit, and Adam. They had a falling out about that. Some say it's because of his past charges. That now it's not a good look for No Jumper. Plus, the No Jumper sports shit wasn't getting views like that in comparison to the other shit.
I
never watched any.
Yeah, I watched it, but I wasn't watching all of them. I went heavy into it. Like I watched like the ones like
they ain't had nobody I wanted to really hear from.
Yeah, there was a couple like there was what's his name? Not Marshawn Lynch. Damn, running back. I can't even think of his fucking
I know
name.
you're talking about because there was that one football player that I saw and I was like, wow, I'm surprised that they was able to get
they got like somebody on there that was like,
so I was like,
shit.
But, something Reed? No, I don't know. But so and plus, no offense to them, but Josh and Kiki, I didn't really want to hear them ask nobody no questions.
I fuck with Josh though.
I like Josh when he chimes in there and on again, but I'm not gonna watch a Josh show. But anyway, so that was a thing that got canceled. It was supposed to start back up in a new location, but with all the shit in the Reddit, all of them will be lying if they say they ain't see it. So now Kiki kind of shelved. Like they ain't talking about No Jumper Sports. Apparently nobody fucking with him. Like they ain't hitting him up. He must have been in like a chat or something, and Yuri was ignoring it on the last episode or disconnected or something.
Well, yeah, Yuri out of all people, it's like he probably feel played as fuck.
But he posted like he be making videos, like he would post YouTube videos and go live on YouTube and talk to his supporters. But I feel like most of them just be like making fun of him and shit like that. Some of them fuck with him, but I think not to put allegedly, and a lot of people in the Reddit think Kiki on drugs. Cause there's a video of him like his last live stream or whatever. It's in the Reddit. He was smoking, but you can't see what he's smoking. You just see the smoke come up, and he laughing and like talking to himself, looking crazy.
Oh.
And like I don't know if this is Photoshop, but there was like a message, a DM to AD, and it was screenshot and put in the Reddit. And he was like, "Yeah, we've been trying to talk to him, but he back on his old ways. This motherfucker be on bullshit, whatever." I'm like, okay, maybe Kiki on drugs because of all the stress. That's bad. All right, that's one thing. The Monday show, when Poetic Flacco first got there, it was a lot of turbulence. I was one of the people like, man, give that nigga a chance. He might catch his win.
Well, a lot of the times at first, like a lot of stuff I was seeing is like they was literally failing to like understand him. It's just like somebody say something you don't like it. Say you say something right now and I don't like it, and everything you say after that, you might be speaking facts, something like that. But I'm still like, I just don't fuck with you, so I ain't trying to hear shit.
And we not wrong for thinking the way we were thinking, but we were wrong. He is him.
Oh yeah,
as like content goes on, they go viral for little shit nowadays. It's him saying the most out of pocket shit. Talking about when he was talking, and like, okay, be that as it may, if you have an opinion about some shit, you can have an opinion. If you don't like big girls, you don't like big girls. But you know that there's probably a bunch of people who like big girls or big girls watching you. Why the fuck would you come out and say some shit like, I mean, I'm doing too well to fuck with a fat girl.
Oh, I seen that shit.
And
like,
going, and obviously, you know, the Gina don't fuck with him, so she's like baiting him into like saying more incriminating shit. Now they got another nigga named Almighty Suspect on there. Okay, I'm glad you know. Almighty Suspect, apparently
he the one that be wearing his hat funny.
Yeah, they said like he got his chain snatched and he says that it was some of his friends that made a video, and now people saying that. So T-Rail, you know how T-Rail always joking like when AD and China Mac happened, he said, man, yeah, you went over there and China Mac fucked you up. And that was the joke. Well, he said that shit. He said, man, this nigga Almighty getting his chain snatched, this shit. Almighty ended up calling during the episode and was like, hey, we gonna see about it. I'm gonna see you in person. He was like, nigga, you ain't pull up right now. We can squabble right now, all that. T-Rail was drinking champagne because it was like the 100th episode.
Yeah, that was during that. I didn't watch it. Damn, I didn't watch it. I watched it towards the end. I seen the balloons. I watched it as it was just ending. And I watched the first beginning of it right before they kicked mariachi. They ended up kicking Adam off that motherfucker.
I think that might have been the last one I watched. That might have been last week though, I think.
Yeah.
But he fucking they going back and forth or whatever. They were supposed to go celebrate the 100th episode at the end of the day. So they went to a blast concert, did some other shit, I guess. And AD apparently was the one like, yo, let's go back and get on the community and address the shit. So they went back and did that. T-Rail obviously a little drunk, still a little, fired up about the shit. Almighty Suspect calls. Basically, it ends with a whole, fuck your mama, fuck your grandmama.
This is what Almighty said to him.
No, this is what T-Rail saying to Almighty.
Yeah, because T-Rail has get wild.
And Almighty like, nigga, all right, we gonna see. You ain't even from Hoover. We ain't gonna see all type of little shit like that. So now it's supposed to be like this big, like, oh, they supposed to be fighting and shit. On the Monday show, T-Rail apologized to Almighty. Kind of like tucking it. For like, okay, if you a street nigga and shit, you would think of it like, man, he tucking his tail, he turned down a fade. But if you a grown ass man, you could see like, okay, obviously, two niggas that work together beefing is not going to be
over some goofy shit.
Yeah,
too, like,
over some dumb shit. It's not really going to be
joking.
good.
You know what I'm saying? He be joking.
He playing,
and you called in to make it even.
The
seem
other
like
nigga just mad because it might have been true.
Exactly, because you could have easily called in. I'm like, bro, stop telling them folks that, bro.
And his justification, my justification was no. I turned the chains in to sell it because I'm about to buy this skeleton piece. Like I think he either about to get a skeleton watch or a skeleton chain or some shit. So he had to sell his jewelry to get the new jewelry. That's why he ain't gonna be able to show the chain. I'm like, well, that don't sound good for your sake either, but whatever. So all this shit happened on the Reddit. They just like, I don't know how they getting these screenshots, but they got a screenshot. I think Pun or no AD showed it on the community, which is not good. He showed that group chat. T-Rail says, hey man, Adam, I'm handicapped. Fighting is not even an option. And Adam was like, I don't know, man. I think you could take him. And it was just, Adam be trolling and shit, but on text it don't look as good. They took it as, man, T-Rail a hoe. He turned down the fade. And look at AD and Pun. They don't fuck with Pun no more.
For real, what is that?
The fans hate Pun. They feel like he instigated everything. He's the reason why No Jump about to break up. Because everybody,
I don't know, but I do be seeing him in the back. He'll chime in. He'll say some shit in the back of the community. He'll say some shit. Yeah, he do be kind of like saying something because he not really affiliated with them like that. Like he is, but it's like
it's a double-edged sword though. Because if he don't do that, they would never touch on shit. Because you know how AD be doing his thing where he would be like, I ain't gonna get into that. But Pun be the one be like, man, don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
So it's a double. The people love it and they hate it. Yeah. But they don't fuck with Pun now. They're kind of not fucking with T-Rail. Everybody is doing their own thing. Adam was trying to put out a rule talking about you can't make No Jumper content outside of No Jumper. Like he was basically saying like all the people who got channels, you can't react to our content because we spend a bunch of money to make the content. we pay y'all to be a part of the content, and then y'all take the content and make more money off it. Like and AD, we can copyright strike this, but we don't. AD mostly, that's pretty much all his channels about. Flacco just did it. Trevor and them, they got a whole podcast about just like being behind the scenes people at No Jumper, which isn't bad. I feel like that's cool. That could be something good for them. I don't think I'm gonna watch it though. Yeah. But yeah, it's No Jumper is definitely. It just sounds like all in the shit. I don't really. I didn't watch the Monday episode or the Tuesday show, but from what I saw, it wasn't. And that's another thing. I didn't watch it, but I knew I could just go to Reddit and get like the Cliff Notes, see what went down, which is probably a problem. But Reddit wasn't fucking with it either. They still had people in there that fuck with it, that argue for him and shit. The Reddit wasn't fucking with him either.
Yeah, they asked, but Adam has seen it. Adam's a pretty smart businessman. He you know what I'm saying. I think.
Oh, I forgot. You remember the Danny Mullen dude?
Yeah, the dude.
Adam made a podcast with him. They got a podcast on No Jumper called Sledgeheads. I don't know. And people hate it. It doesn't have high views, but people hate it because they're like, bro, this shit is so corny and white. Like, cause you see Adam doing all this shit. You done seen him with black people.
Yeah, but he'll be with niggas and shit like
and
that.
Mexicans and shit like that. Hood people, urban people all this time. But when you see him with another white dude, it's like, man, Adam kind of boring, bro. Or this shit, nobody want to hear this. I forgot what the fuck they was talking about in the clip I saw, but it was, I don't think No Jumper fan base gonna fuck with it. Maybe Danny Mullins might.
I can't even think of who Danny Mullins. I remember. I'm
picturing a kid with the bowl cut that 80 was pressing about the Martin Luther King shit. But not little kid, he's a grown man.
Yeah, his ass is grown. I mean, he fucking viral and shit on YouTube. He got his own fan base and shit like that.
And Joe Budden, Adam was just on Joe Budden.
Yeah, I did see that shit.
And this doesn't help his case because Danny Mullen definitely a racist. Well, in the eyes of the media, he a racist, and you made a podcast with him.
Yeah, and the shit with the Joe Biden and fucking that shit, it was just kind of like.
Joe Biden or Joe Budden?
My bad, Joe. Fuck both.
I just didn't know which one you was talking about.
Both of them be on some goofy shit, but Joe Budden, his ass was like the whole. You know what I'm saying? How they trying to press fucking Adam and shit like that. It's like, I mean, Adam stood on his shit and I just feel like y'all not understanding like why y'all trying to think of him as the white man. It's
not even just that. It wasn't a good look because they had no points.
Yeah, they was really just like you bring these people on your show and they get killed.
Unfortunately,
what?
Unfortunately, y'all didn't make it look good because y'all was saying shit like, "Well, you know they don't know better, but you still capitalize." You really sitting there asking this man to say, "All right, I know he don't know better. Let me not make money and do business like how I've been doing business."
A lot of people
these
be
grown ass men,
and they be the fans be wanting. The fans be wanting to see it, and the fans want to know certain questions. As do we all. You don't have to answer them, but it's just like
everybody accountable.
If like you got some controversy going on, like, hey, did you beat up so and so last week? Not that you getting charged from it. It's just like a friend. Like, did y'all get into like an argument?
Because you posted on your Instagram story that you got into a fight about it. Yeah. So why? That's the thing, y'all and you. Y'all sat there, y'all try to make it seem like, oh, he's the one asking these questions and all this shit. And I'm not sitting here trying to play Captain Saver Adam, but I'm just saying, like, y'all got to come better than that if y'all going to do this whole he tearing down the community shit. Because shit like that, that's when other people see the interview and be like, look, they don't even got no legs to stand on because now y'all sound as stupid as hell.
Yeah,
because you saying, y'all logic basically was you wouldn't understand because you didn't grow up in it. But they don't know better, and you should treat them as such. These grown ass men.
Yeah.
And if they was to do that, Adam was like, "Hey, bro, don't talk about that." I guarantee a nigga would be like, "Boy, you ain't finna tell me what to talk about, man. Fuck them niggas." Hey, whoopty whoop whoop whoop. And it's not like it's not in the music or in the fucking on social media. Like they'll get on Instagram and say, "I'm smoking blah blah blah," and get in the interview and be like, "I don't know what you're talking about." It's the same shit. If you gonna be a dumbass, be all the way stupid.
Exactly.
But don't ask me to, you know what I'm saying, put on training wheels on a grown ass man.